Today's news. IRFS announces report on Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic. European Ministerial Committee adopted decision related to Inullah Fatullayev. Three criminal lawsuits filed against former candidates. Relations between Azerbaijan and European Union and role of civil society and mass media discussed. Entrepreneur blows whistle on illegal activity of tax organizations. On December 3rd at the Park Inn Hotel, the Institute for Reporters' Freedom and Safety presented a report on the first 3 months of the project, titled Human Rights in Media Monitoring, and this included political officials in the media. The project is being achieved in the Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic and is supported by the Norwegian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. IRFS Chairman Emin Huseynov stated that the reports were prepared by IRFS employees on monitoring results held in Nakhchivan. Emin Huseynov called upon the international and local human rights organizations to pay more attention to Nakhchivan because freedom of speech and expression is especially limited there. Huseynov also mentioned that IRFS would cover expenses of journalists, right defenders, and others who want to go to Nakhchivan, and they are planning a visit to Nakhchivan in the near future for work purposes. On the eve of the last parliamentary elections, and after, the tension was continuing to grow in Nakhchivan. People are living in fear. They do not enjoy their rights and freedoms in Nakhchivan, Nakhchivan correspondent Elman Abbasov said. Not only political rights, but also civil rights are violated excessively in Nakhchivan. People's land and property are being taken by force, said Hakim Eldostu Mehtiev. Nakhchivan Human Rights and Democracy Development Center chairperson and Tehran Information Agency correspondent in Nakhchivan, Melahat Nasibova, spoke about the difficult situation in the region. Nasibova pointed out that it was possible to protect human rights by attracting the attention of media, NGOs, and the international community to the Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic. Former Azerbaijan Popular Front Party, Musavat, parliamentary candidate from Sharur election constituency number 2, Sakavat Aliyev, stated that the parliamentary election held on November 7th was falsified. His brother, Sabit Aliyev, was illegally detained for 7 days at a police department without any court decision for protesting the election falsification. Rights defender Alakbar Mahmanov, journalists Ilgar Nasibov and Idrak Abbasov also spoke about the situation in Nakhchivan. During the second part of the event, IRFS employee Rasul Jafarov presented a media monitoring report held on the eve of the parliamentary elections. Jafarov stated the president and the ruling New Azerbaijan Party chairman Ilham Aliyev and Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic Supreme Assembly chairperson Vasif Talibov were broadcasted in a positive light on Nakhchivan TV, but the opposition party registered candidates were only allocated 10 minutes of airtime. On November 30th, the European Council Ministerial Committee discussed the European Human Rights Court decision on imprisoned Jundalik Azerbaijan and Realny Azerbaijan editor-in-chief Inullah Fatullayev and made a ruling at a Strasbourg meeting, Emin Fatullayev told Objective TV on December 3rd. Emin Fatullayev stated that the decision had not been announced yet, but will be announced in a few days. Fatullayev has been in prison since April in 2007, when he was convicted for threatening terror and inciting hatred against authority in a newspaper article he published. He then received an additional sentence for tax evasion, giving him a total sentence of 8.5 years. In December of last year, he was found guilty of drug possession after a quantity of heroin was found on his clothing while he was in prison. Fatullayev and his lawyer believe that the incident was a setup organized so that the court could avoid complying with the anticipated decision of the European Court of Human Rights regarding the journalist's release. In April, the ECHR ruled that Fatullayev should be released immediately and that the Azerbaijani government should pay €27,822 to him in compensation. The Azerbaijani government ruled last week to excuse him of the original charges, but he remains in prison under the drug conviction. Fatullayev is recognized as a prisoner of conscience by local and international organizations. On the 3rd of December, in the Yasamal District Court, 3 criminal lawsuits were filed against former parliamentary candidate Fuad Ghahramanli by separate individuals. First, in the Yasamal District Court, a hearing was held on the criminal lawsuit of the Musavat Party chairman Hafiz Hajiev against Fuad Ghahramanli. Judge Sardar Mehriev, who chaired the hearing, said that the registered candidate cannot be indicted for a crime detained, or subject to administrative penalties in court without the permission of the relevant prosecutor after the candidate has been registered. The judge said that the appeal should be sent to the Chief Prosecutor Office, and the next hearing will be scheduled for the 10th of December, 11:30 a.m. The second hearing was on the criminal lawsuit of Deputy Hussein Bala Mirelmov against Fouad Ghahramanli. Judge Khagani Tagiev, who chaired the hearing, advised the hearing participants appeal to the Chief Prosecutor's Office. The judge scheduled the next hearing for the 10th of December at noon. The third hearing was conducted in the criminal lawsuit format of former deputy from New Azerbaijan Party, Ahad Abiyev, against Fouad Ghahramanli. Judge Tahir Ismailov chaired the hearing. The next hearing was scheduled for 10th of December at 12:30 p.m. All plaintiffs demanded that Fouad Ghahramanli be arrested under Article 148, Insult, of the Criminal Code. On the 3rd of December, in the Park Inn Hotel, the Third South Caucasus Security Forum, the role of civil society and mass media in relations between Azerbaijan and the European Union conference, was held. The conference was organized by the South Caucasus Security Forum, the Robert Bosch Foundation, Konrad Adenauer Foundation, and the Polish Embassy in Azerbaijan. Representatives from international organizations and embassies, and representatives from Georgia, Moldova, and the Ukraine participated in the conference. The heads of the Press Council, National Television and Radio Broadcasting Council, State Support to the Development of Mass Media and NGOs under the President of Azerbaijan Republic, representatives of political parties, and mass media representatives were all invited to attend the forum, but they did not, however, participate. Azerbaijan Popular Front Party Chairman Ali Karimli did indeed participate in the event. The role of civil society and mass media in the integration to Europe was highlighted in the conference. Projects that will be implemented in the framework of the European Union Eastern Partnership were discussed, like the project Democracy with You, which is being implemented in the South Caucasus with financial support from the European Union. An entrepreneur from Sumgayit held a press conference today to protest against illegal activities amongst official tax body employees. Sadaya Imamilieva expressed her intention to carry on fighting even though she is seriously ill. On December 1st, more than 15 employees from the tax office and the Sumgayit city administration body arrived at the furniture shop rented by Imamilieva and demanded that she pay a fine. They had no legal reason for this. The 800 manat illegal fine was later annulled in a court decision on April 2008, said the entrepreneur. According to Imamilieva, tax inspector Shabadin Husseinov fined her for selling the furniture cheaper than its prime in 2007. In court, it was proven that Imamilieva was legally entitled to sell furniture more cheaply and provide a cash receipt. Imamilieva believes that the tax officials had other motivations to blackmail her into paying a large bribe every year. I try to make both ends meet from the money I get running this small shop. Due to my poor health, I have to spend a significant proportion of my income on medical treatment. I have no money to give bribes to the taxmen, said Imamilieva. She speculated that the number of Sumgayit entrepreneurs suffering from ill health, particularly heart problems and anxiety disorders, is a consequence of the Sumgayit tax officials. She herself suffers from diabetes.